What kind of prompted you to the channel?
Yeah, yeah. I suppose I kind of started over lockdown. Um, I would have been very much what I'd watch on TV is sports. I suppose I wouldn't be mad into kind of series or stuff like that. It'd be live sport, which you kind of would take up my afternoons. And I suppose when that kind
Hmm.
of stopped, I kind of went elsewhere for kind of sports content,
Hmm.
and ended up kind of going to YouTube and came across a lot of YouTubers and stuff that were doing, I suppose, challenges and skills and sports related content that I just found really, I suppose I kind of gravitated towards just watching that,
Hmm.
and kind of just said, like, with all the free time I have, why not, I suppose, do a few of it myself? And,
Hmm.
I suppose it'll get me outside as well, which I think a lot of us tended to, maybe sit at home during lockdown and not leave the house. So yeah, it got me outside and got me kind of back with a football in my hands. So I suppose that's kind of where it kind of originated from.
Yeah, I think especially with it's only starting to come in now, but there's not a lot of GAA related things on YouTube. Like you were saying, like I obviously follow basketball. There's so much there. Like there's a number of people and like probably hundreds of people doing content. But with the GAA, you could count it on your hands, like nearly the amount of people that are doing stuff. So it's good to see, it becoming more of a regular thing for players, to watch. Like young guys and girls in Meath to watch, senior footballers doing a kicking challenge. That's something they can do themselves at home.
And you know what? That's actually a good point you raised. It was probably another reason why I started being able to, have, I suppose, someone for younger kids to look up to and say, to watch content, sports content, and kind of get them excited about, kicking a
Mm-hmm.
football themselves. Um, I suppose even I don't know if you're a TikTok user, but even content on that as
Yeah.
well is very much just every second video is basketball related content, like you said. And
Yeah.
I suppose there is that lack of kind of GA, I suppose, content to consume when there's no live games on. And I suppose
Totally.
that's
Yeah.
kind of where I kind of got the idea from.
Mm-hmm. Handy now if you potentially if we go into another lockdown, you've something to keep you ticking over.
That's it. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Just, diversifying in as many things as I suppose I can.
Yeah, exactly. And you said before you'd a marketing degree. You didn't have any. Did you have any sort of media experience before or videography, or was it just I'm just going to give this a lash. I'll pop the camera down and see what happens.
Yeah, I would have had a kind of a quite a small bit of experience in it. I did a few kind of work placements in. I suppose my first one was in Sport Ireland, um,
Oh, okay, yeah,
where during my undergrad I did a year there. So I would have done a lot of kind of sports, kind of videography there. I suppose being around videographers, filming live events and stuff, and I suppose you kind of subconsciously pick up tips from that. And
yeah.
the majority of what I learned came actually from YouTube and just watching videos on how to
Mm-hmm.
edit videos and stuff. And again, like you said, it probably does fit kind of nicely with the marketing background I do have. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you weren't technically going in blind, but I always think of it as like it's sort of like the YouTube degree. Like I technically have a YouTube degree in podcasting because I just googled how to do podcast. Like,
absolutely, yeah. But that's the joy
yeah,
of YouTube.